If you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Brenda, and today's video is a updated video all about acids. I did a video about 7 months ago about acids, but I wanted to do an updated video because I wanted to give more of a better guide to acids, just so that you can know which one to lean towards if you have a certain skin type or a certain skin concern. So if you would be interested in a video all about acids, then just keep on watching. So in my original video, I talked about two groups of acids, AHAs and BHAs. And in that video, I just went over some couple of the two common AHAs that are used in most of the skincare products. Like literally they are the most raved about AHAs, but they're not the only AHAs. So I wanted to talk about the other AHAs. So if you don't know what AHAs are alpha hydroxy acids, and we have glycolic and lactic, which are two common ones. Glycolic acid is actually a smaller weight AHA acid, and it can penetrate deep into the skin. It's one of the ones that is most effective, but glycolic acid can be a little bit irritating to the skin if it's not in the right formula. With glycolic acid, it does address acne. It also helps with even out the skin tone. So lactic acid is actually the next most known acid, and lactic acid actually does not penetrate the skin as deep because it is a larger weight acid. It is really great at exfoliating the skin, evening out the skin tone. It's really good at evening out the skin tone, and it actually helps to keep the skin hydrated and moisturized. Next acid I want to talk about is mandelic acid. So mandelic acid is not an acid that is talked about enough. Mandelic acid is actually one of the gentlest AHAs, and it actually has a larger weight to it, so it can't penetrate as deep into the skin. It is less irritating on the skin, really helpful with acne. So now let's talk about BHA. BHAs are beta hydroxy acids, and that is known as salicylic acid. That is what it is. So with salicylic acid is really great because it actually is oil soluble, so it dissolves oil buildup in the pore, and it can penetrate deep within the actual skin. It actually is anti-inflammatory, which is something I always forget, but it is not irritating at all, and so it makes it a great option for acne. Now that I talked about the other unknown AHAs, and then I also refreshed your mind on BHAs, I want to talk about a new acid, and it is PHAs. PHAs are polyhydroxy acid, and with PHA is a newer acid, but it actually can function like AHAs but not be as irritating, so it's a lot more gentle. It exfoliates the skin and helps to even out the skin tone, and it's more of a newer acid, so there are not that many products like skincare products with PHA. So now that we talked about the different groups of acids, I told you about the AHAs, the BHAs, and the PHAs. I want to talk about one other acid that actually I have really grown a strong love for, and that is alicylic acid. So with alicylic acid, it actually is a really great gentle exfoliating acid. So it's in one of my favorite exfoliating products, one of my favorite exfoliating products, and that is the PCA acne gel. And with alicylic acid, it actually is a very gentle acid. It also is antimicrobial, so it helps to kill bacterial growth, which bacteria is a huge contributor to acne. It also is really great with evening out the skin tone because actually it can block melanin, which is what gives our skin pigment. It can block melanin production, so it actually helps with the dark marks that you get after a breakout, or it just helps with skin discoloration. Now that I went over those, I really want to just show you a couple great products that are that have these acids in them. So I'm going to start with the affordable all the way to the more expensive products. So first, I'm going to start with glycolic acid, the ordinary glycolic toner. So I mentioned this in a video, but the ordinary glycolic toner is actually a pretty good option when it comes to an exfoliating toner. It has a pretty good hydrating formula. It has aloe leaf water. So aloe is really great because it helps to keep the skin hydrated. It's also soothing. It's also anti-inflammatory, so it doesn't irritate the skin. The next product is actually a lactic acid product, and so I'm going to mention the ordinary lactic acid serum. I talked about this in my video about physical and chemical exfoliants, but with this is a very lightweight serum. I personally really like serums as far as exfoliating products. I just feel like serums are really effective, and if you want to actually incorporate acid, I feel like the best form that an acid could come in is a serum form. So with the ordinary lactic acid serum, it is super hydrating. It comes in a 5% and a 10%. This serum is jam-packed with a lot of hydrating ingredients. It has glycerin, like I said, that is a humectant, so it just draws and binds water to the skin. It just sinks into your skin. It's just like water, or like the kids like to say, it's like lava. Like, it literally just sinks right into your skin. So for BHA products, Paula's Choice has a BHA liquid exfoliant, and with this, it actually is something that you would use. It's like a toner. And you would actually have to use an actual cotton pad, or you can just use your hands. And this has a very nice short hydrating list as well. So for Mandalic acid, I personally have not tried any Mandalic acid products as of yet, because it honestly is really not talked about, and it's a shame that it's not talked about. So the Ordinary actually has a Mandalic acid serum. It's a 10% Mandalic acid serum with hyaluronic acid, which is a humectant. I haven't personally tried this serum, but I'm definitely going to try it. With this serum, I've heard other people on the internet like Twitter and Instagram, to name a couple really great black estheticians that you should go and follow and check out, that have talked about and raved about Mandalic acid. That would be Skinclasshero on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, I'm trying to think of other names. Skin by Sean Garrett. I've also heard, I believe, LA Beautyologists talk about this, but all of those black estheticians, which I just wanted to mention them because I definitely want you to go check out them and their platforms, because they are very, very, very knowledgeable. So for Azealic acid, I just been trying a lot of the Ordinary stuff, but with Azealic acid, the Ordinary has a gel, actual gel formula to their Azealic acid, and it can be a little bit drying at times, and also will say that it kind of layers weird. So if you have something that is a little more lightweight, you want to apply that first and then go ahead and apply this. Before this video ends, I wanted to mention, in one of my favorites videos, I tried the Ordinary peeling solution. I personally like the Ordinary peeling solution, but I do not think that it is necessary at all, because honestly, you don't need that highly concentrated of a acid product. It's just not needed, and a lot of times we find ourselves just overdoing it with skincare in general and wanting the most highly concentrated products. And I just want to say that you don't need the most highly concentrated product to have that product be effective. So another thing to note is that your skin may go through what they call skin purging. Your skin just has to get used to actually using acid. So you may go through a period where you see that, you know, there is an increased amount of, like, for instance, breakouts. But your skin is resurfacing when you're using exfoliating products. So this is a part of the process. It just speeds up. It's like your skin is in hyper speed and it just is turning over and it's resurfacing. So this is my video all about acids, a ultimate guide to acids for all skin types, like truly all skin types. And with this video, I just thought it would be really important to just really go through the different acids in detail and talk about the acids that are not talked about enough, which It's irritating, to be honest. If you enjoyed this video, then you can definitely stick around and subscribe to my channel. But I love all things beauty. I love fashion. I'm random as hell. Thank you guys for watching as always, and until next time, bye bye.